Well, different kind of video today. It's about my emotional being, my mental state a little bit, slightly. I did say before about the making a video every day for 500 days does to your psyche. It does hit you. It really does. But this isn't really about that. It's about something which I'm sure, like, 75% of people will just say, you're a dickhead. um, but for me, it's something that has affected me just in the past month. In the last month, I sort of mucked up my wrist quite substantially. Thankfully, it's not broken, but issues. Uh, Scaphoid bone is not. It's the worst bone to break in your wrist or to damage in any way. I did that. And because of this small problem, I haven't really been able to exercise the way I normally would do or have been doing for the last year. Generally, I would do a lot of bodyweight exercises, a bit of cardio, and then weights on like my back, my chest, my abs, my arms. And because of this little bugger, and this one, I mean, this one is not good, but this is fine. I mean, relatively it's fine, but this is like really bad. I probably will need to get physio for it. I don't know. It's still not feeling good, and it's been a solid like 3.5, 4 weeks now. So, not bueno, not bueno. But since then, I haven't been able to exercise the way I normally would do, and I've had to shift to basically just cycling. I do cycling for 30 minutes, and then I'll do some ab work and some leg work maybe, and that's it. I can't do anything else there, because I can't put any pressure on my arms. Like, if I put pressure on my forearms, it's inherently gonna cause a reaction in my wrist because of the tension. So I can't do that with either arm because they're both not really feeling great. So I can't do any arm work at all, essentially. Zero. And it's odd how quickly your body just changes. I'm not talking about just physical changes, even though, I mean, I've genuinely got scrawny over the past couple of weeks. I didn't have big arms before, but like about 2.5 months, two and a half, maybe 2.5 months ago, my sisters were like, "Oh, your arms are so big," and I was like, "Okay, guys, they're not that big." And then they measured them, like 16 and a half, so they're not that big. But I would be surprised if these are like over 15. I might even say they're under 15. And that doesn't really matter to me because it's not about the size, it's just about getting fit and stronger. But it is crazy to see how quickly your body does shift. And it's not just that. I mean, you are basically just a concoction of chemicals, guys, at the end of the day. And there are different cocktails you can put together. If you want to feel, higher, if you want to feel more energetic, or if you genuinely just want to feel a bit lower, you might decide to do a different type of exercise just to cool yourself down and calm down. And I don't think I've found the right mix by doing just cardio, basically. And it's not even the right type of cardio for me. I started running over the past couple of months, more and more. And I started to actually enjoy it, which seemed impossible. I mean, I hated running my whole life. I mean, if it was sprints, it was okay. But other than that, I mean, it's just laborious and boring. Or I would row. Problem with that here. And I can't run because when you run, you're jolting your arm, and then your wrist will get inherently damaged in an externality from that. So it doesn't really help there either. So I can't run anymore, basically, for now. So I've been left with only bicycling, which is actually even more boring than running. Shocker. Absolute shocker. But yeah, I haven't really felt right for maybe 3 weeks now. I will be honest though. I think I've got it out. I had hair in my mouth. That's so annoying. I have felt better over the last like week, five days or so. So maybe I'm sort of getting used to this type of exercise, more cardio based, than any type of weight strain on your body. I don't know, but if I have seemed a bit off in videos, it might be that. I think it's probably that. I mean, I've probably been eating slightly healthier than I normally would, just because I didn't want to chuck away everything I've done over the past year. So I don't think it's to do with my eating, because my eating's probably improved. So it's not that. Unless I should be eating the stuff I was before. I mean, it's not like it was that bad, but it wasn't good. So yeah, I think maybe at this point, I've spent a year doing this. I've lost, you know, nigh on 20 pounds. It's not a lot of weight, but I don't want to revert back to a situation where I put all this effort in and then it's just gone maybe in like 3 months' time. I mean, I've been going to the gym 5 days a week and 6 days a week and just cycling and doing those specific exercises because they don't involve my chest or my arms at all. But I think maybe I might look at getting a personal trainer just so I can find workarounds for this, because I feel like I'm genuinely at like a 0 right now in terms of my strength, which is something which I've always been relatively strong for my size forever. Even when I was smaller and when I got even bigger, it's just always been there. And right now I feel really, really weak for some reason. Even when I wasn't working on it, it was just there. But I was lifting a shopping bag because I've been trying to do a little bit of this without having to use just trolleys and stuff. And I lifted the bag. It was maybe like, there was maybe 5 or maybe 7 kilos in the bag. Not a lot. Really not a lot. You know, this is, I'm not going to be boasting here, but like I would curl like 25 kilos or more, you know. And I was carrying this bag, and after like 50, 60 seconds maybe, my arm was just shot to pieces. It felt, and it wasn't this one, like this is no-go. It was with this one. And I just felt like my arm had been cut off. And it really, really smacked me in the face. And I don't want that. So maybe a personal trainer. I don't want to waste the money, but I don't want to have to spend another X amount of time if I revert back in any way. So it's annoying. Also, like I said, the body is just a concoction of cocktails. And I know for me, this is just a personal story. I'll talk about this at a later date. But actually, I won't. That's okay. I'll speak about that another time anyway. That doesn't matter. But yeah, if there has been a bit of a off tone prior to a week ago or so, then I think that's inherently the reason why. And I hope I naturalize, normalize to this new regime that I've got right now, and I can get back to some form of physical normality and mental grace. Yes, there we go. Anyway, guys, I don't feel like I want to do the normal outro, yeah. But I've been Narendra the Comic anyway. You have been great. Do subscribe. I make a video every day. 500 days. Shoot me in the head. You have been great. And I'll see you next time. Skadoosh.